Now, just 2 days ago, a U.S. drone was shot down inside of Iran. Essentially, the U.S. spying program. The U.S. spies on everybody, and many of the world's major political players also spy on the United States. So this is nothing shocking. This is nothing new that spying is going on. What is significant about this case is the fact that the drone was shot down, and Iran demonstrated the ability to do so. And this has irked the United States a great deal because this is kind of embarrassing. Now, of course, the United States has insisted that the spy drone was in international waters, which is outright a complete lie. This drone was flying inside of Iranian airspace. It was shot down over Iranian airspace and landed in Iranian territory. It's very clear that the United States was spying while attempting to claim that it wasn't spying. So it's very dishonest of the U.S. to claim that essentially it doesn't have a spying program. By proxy, this is what essentially they're trying to claim. Of course, this is nonsense. Now, immediately afterwards, military personnel came to Donald Trump and tried to convince him to bomb several targets inside of Iran that would be retaliation for Iran opposing them spying on them. Well, according to at least a few reports, Trump had actually authorized those strikes and then canceled them 10 minutes before they were scheduled to take place. Now, here's something that really should be paid attention to. Look how close we came to war. 10 minutes. We were 10 minutes away from war again. Now, a lot of people are saying this is Trump, not doing the globalists' work, not doing the work of Israel, etc. This is Trump not understanding how imperialism works. Much of this is blamed on the deep state. Now, there was no such thing as the deep state. It's just the system and how it works. Any attempt to try to pass off the bad things it does as being some kind of aberration, some kind of thing that was not a part of it, something that was some kind of corrupting influence that made it do this, is simply nonsense. The U.S. is an imperialist state. It carries out imperialist actions. And when those happen, it's because the U.S. is an imperialist state. But what's unique here is Donald Trump. Previous administrations, previous presidents have always known that this is how it works, and you go along with it. However, because Trump is very different, because he is, yes, I know it's going to piss off some people to hear this, but he is an egomaniac who cares more about his approval rating than doing what it is that's required of him by the job, which is why he hardly works as it is. Much of the information has been leaked about his daily schedule, etc. Now, that's the difference in this situation. We just narrowly avoided war because essentially Trump is too much of an egomaniac to know what he's supposed to be doing in this situation. So I am thankful for that we didn't go into a war because of it. But, I mean, really think about what almost happened here. The U.S. almost became involved in another war because they're upset that somebody else shot down one of their spy drones that was spying on them. But think about the mentality here of the U.S. empire. They feel free that they can just spy on anyone they want, go anywhere they please, violate anybody's territory all they want, and that's perfectly fine. But if anybody objects to that, then they've insulted the empire. They've essentially told them the sense of self-righteousness and the sense of entitlement of empire to just do whatever it wants and goes anywhere, and then gets angry whenever somebody calls them on it, or gets angry when someone objects to them violating other people's territory, while continually screaming about these threats that supposedly exist all around the world against the U.S. And this is a perfect, adequate reflection of that. This is the face of empire, a deeply held personal belief that they can do whatever it is they want, and nobody has the right to object to it whatsoever. But understand how close we almost came to a war. And the thing that avoided it was Trump's ego, because he was afraid of how it would make him look if he started another war. It's one of the things that he ran on. One of the aspects of his platform was to reject going into new wars, to reject that, and has done the opposite. And a war with Iran could possibly be the nail in the coffin of his reelection. Possibly. I don't know. But I think it's very likely that it would hurt him a lot in the eyes of his supporters. And that's why we narrowly avoided another war with Iran by 10 minutes.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.